Well, it took me long enough to get back to it, but I'm back to it. And I'm back doing what I said I wasn't going to do, but hey, it just is what it is at this point. It is what it is. It took me so long to find a decent parking spot because I wanted to be found over. Nope, cannot be seen. Anyway, it's quack and all that stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to eat and get some things off of my chest. It's been 4 months, 3-4 long, hard months of trying to find inspiration, of trying to move forward, of trying to be progressive. It definitely wasn't productive. Too busy trying not to get in that slump. I'm too busy trying not to get in that dark spot. I'm just, I don't know. Applying for 15 jobs. I've applied for at least 50 jobs so far since the end of May. My last video, I was on a career break and doing my thing, finna record more with me and Mom since we had so much time on our hands and all that good life stuff. But it just has so not been the case. And you see my vitiligo pattern has changed since the last video too. The light spots I had before have repigmented, and then I have new ones that have lost its pigment. It comes and it goes. It's kind of crazy how it goes. But I'm looking into something. We're so busy being guinea pigs with pharmaceuticals and different doctors, different diets, holistic remedies. We got so many things that we try to do to fix ourselves with whatever is going on. Thankfully, I'm learning about this early, what I want to do next. I'm not saying it's the cure all for what I got going on, but I think it has something to do with what I have going on, and I'm going to talk about it. Let me give me some good old food in. I got me some Wingstop. Nah, she's not here. This is their corn. Ooh, excuse me. My first time trying Wingstop. I keep hearing all these raving reviews. I got their meal deal with the 6 classic wings, 2 tenders, and 6 boneless wings. This is the honey rub. Try without the ranch first. I'm in a park amongst people. Everybody want to leave at the same time. I think I'm gonna pull up. Everybody leave at the same time. Inserting my own video. Anyway, I get it whenever they're on YouTube and they get to looking around at their surroundings versus focusing on a video. You gotta be mindful. Gotta be on the lookout. Anyway, honey rub wing. Oh, this is good. Let me get some ranch up in here. Oh, this is good. Hot honey rub. Whoa. Let me try some of that ranch. They say that ranch is addictive. You'll hear the ducks quacking behind me. I think they feeding them. This ranch is good. Alright. This is good. Mm-hmm. I read somewhere they discontinued the corn. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to try everything for the first time. Well, lo and behold, this location has some corn. If ever I get the chance to try it again, I would say no seasoning because it's loaded with seasoning. Loaded. Not bad though. Let's go back some. And then get down with the get down. I kind of wanted to take a moment to vent. My first two videos, I was way optimistic, and I don't know why this part of my hair keeps sticking up, but I had so many things I had in mind that I wanted to do and record and share and just be more transparent and just see whoever it hits. Also, it was supposed to exclude food, but we're here now. When I get into that point where I'm bothered by so much, I find the comfort. That's never the way to go. It's just as bad as drugs, just as bad as alcohol, just as bad as using anything as a vice. My vice is food. That was spitting. Gross. Spitting everywhere. Anyway, let me try one of these boneless ones. It's the Bayou barbecue, but they didn't do good with the sauce coverage. Sauce is good. I had to go back in because I got my carrot stick. All right. I gotta start talking. Food is good. With lips say, get you some. I love Lips. He's a YouTube personality living life in positive serenity. It's an acronym. That's his page. Get you some. Anyway. While I'm gonna piss smack in my lips, I'll be venting in the process. This is all a part of a process. It's a lady with her baby. They're feeding the ducks. You know, you have to watch your surroundings. Still looking. Anyway, between me eating and between me talking, all a part of my venting session, all a part of my therapeutic car session. So cute. It's just her and her little baby. Her little baby girl. Alright. My last video was, I think, March, because I was going to document us going to Shreveport and my mom's organization's convention in Shreveport, and spending time with my play father, who's also visually impaired. It was supposed to be a whole thing, right? Not. Get to the hotel. We drove to Shreveport. You know, I stay in Baton Rouge. We drove to Shreveport. Getting there wasn't bad. But when you have these conventions, right? As a member, you pay to register to partake in activities for the weekend, to pay for banquet and meals. Like, you just pay for your whole weekend through registration as a member of the organization. And they pick the menus, they pick the venues, cities, locations, all that. You just pay your little fee and keep going. Now, I've been doing this my whole life. Oh, I'm so sorry. That piece of meat. There we go. It's bothering me. As far as going to conventions and partaking in my mom's organization events, we've been doing that forever. And I don't remember it being so questionable. Like, as far as the decisions that were made to have conventions being held at certain places, the type of food that's being served. Like, I never recall so many things being in question. I understand we're in a recession, the pandemic hit, so many things. But we don't have to settle if you can't find something better. I mean, we're trying to shake back and get back to some normalcy. I need everything to be top notch, especially when we're footing a good amount of money to partake in these things. Anyway, I digress. The hotel they picked sucks. I got me some honey lemon pepper chicken tenders. Look at the pepper. That's picture perfect. And the dunk. Get some of that dunk in action. That's a picture perfect dunk. Yes. And I got 2 ranches too. You know what? No, that's good. Oops. Drop a little bit. That is good. Let me finish chewing so I can talk about this trash ass hotel. This was way in April now. Normally when you walk in getting ready to check in, it's gonna come out. It's always chaotic because everyone pretty much arrives at the same time, try to check in at the same time. You know, check-in is at 3. In most hotels, it's at 3. So we get in trying to find our way, say hey to whoever we can. And some people just like to lollygag inside of the lobby just to see who's all here or there. So we get to the lobby, we have our luggage, and we're checking in. So the outside look okay. It's a little deserted. The hotel was not in Shreveport. It's in a little city called Bossier City. It's like a bridge away from each other. Bossier City was where the hotel was. And the outside didn't look so bad. When you walk in, it didn't look so bad, okay? So we getting our keys, we got our luggage. We're making our way over to the room. We kind of wanted one that wasn't any higher than the 2nd floor. You know, we just don't like to be high. But the hotel didn't look that high from outside. It looked like it was about 3 or 4 floors. So we was like, well, it don't matter what we get. It's not high. Rewind, because At the counter, they said they didn't have any elevators. But we had gotten a room on the first floor. So we weren't tripping, but something about a building with no elevators is quite questionable to me. Just automatically. Get some light up in here. Automatically, especially from here on out, because my gut at that moment told me something wrong, that this building did not have an elevator. But from here on out, anytime I hear that, I'm going to take it as a red flag. I think it's kind of weird, except if you're a one-level building. But if you're a multi-level building, you have no elevators, something wrong. Run. I don't just run. First of all, we had a blind convention, which is all in the ADA parameters. ADA being the law to accommodate for the disabled, the handicapped, and you have a multi-level building with no elevators, no escalators. And the blind organization picked a hotel like that. I don't know. Okay, so I don't really know who to blame. I don't know. Questions from every area. Back to where I was, where we're finding our room. We were on a one level, first level, and water damage. The ceiling peeling, flaking, horrible. We're getting to where we have to pass up underneath the stairwell to get to the hall that holds our room, right? The stairwell is filthy, okay? It's upholstered and it's water damaged and it's ceiling debris, you name it on it. The whole area looks like it needs to be roped off for demo. Like it needs to be, it was not cohesive, presentable, appropriate, safe for any convention to be held in. Get down the hall after we passed up the disgusting stairway. We're next to the housekeeping room. Housekeeping room door is wide open, right? First thing I see is some bug blast. Whatever you would bug away, bug zap, I don't know. But either way, right there at the doorway, holding the damn door open, is a big old bottle of bug spray. I say, you know what? It's just too late. After driving for 6 hours and registering, and I mean, who wants to go to a different hotel to travel to one for? I mean, the whole point is to enjoy your stay, to relax after you get off that long road trip. And the last thing you want, anybody's nightmare, because I experienced this twice and I'm sure that too. The last thing you want is to have some shitty living arrangements for the next 2 to 3 days. Excuse my language. So, on this trip with my mom and my brother, we all went and we all shared the room. Getting to the room, I got an issue with carpet. I don't know. I'm used to picking my own room, looking at pictures, reading reviews, the whole bit. But when you do things like this and partake in festivities that's already arranged, you have to prepare yourself. And it's not like the previous years from them. Let me just go ahead and be clear. It's been just going downhill. Like 2018, 2019, those pics weren't all that either. But it wasn't this bad. It was not this bad. I don't understand who cleared that for a blind organization. Who in the blind organization cleared this hotel for a blind convention? Who does that? And I just need to know who's on the committee. And I think everybody who stayed that weekend questioned them too. I believe something came out of that. I'm not sure of all of the feedback, but I'm pretty sure, because ultimately someone hurt. 2 people got hurt. 2 people fell. And the hotel was not in a condition to host a convention, especially for those with disabilities. So haven't heard too much feedback, but I know it will be some discussions after this. But anyway, I'm going to continue to recap, even though it was months ago. Popcorn roof ceilings, disgusting floors. The carpet looked like it was made during Roosevelt's presidency. I have no idea. Room was all over the place. They had the table in the corner. It looked like they were getting ready to arrange it. It wasn't ready for people. It wasn't ready for people. The hotel wasn't ready for people. The room wasn't ready for people. I've never been so afraid to go to sleep in such a room. The bathroom was crazy. It was just all like, why? So anyway, we got through it because, we small town folks. We've lived through certain conditions. No, you don't have to tolerate certain things. You don't. But it was just like, for the sake of camaraderie and convention settings and convention convenience, we're just going to sit here. I ain't see no bugs, no mold, nothing too chaotic to make you say, oh, hell no. It was enough, but it wasn't enough. It was just enough to just take a breath and just keep going, because it just didn't pay to just go through so much trouble for more, foolishness to occur. Anyway, so we get through the weekend. We had a member fall. We were sitting eating lunch. For the convention, you pay for Friday night's dinner, Saturday lunch, Saturday night's banquet, and I don't think they gave out anything Sunday. But the hotel made your lunch. And we had jambalaya Friday. The best thing was the cheesecake they served, and they gave out pieces like this. You would think you would think you're sampling for a wedding cake. They were real stingy with the best thing they had. Anyway, Saturday was sandwiches, and that was when we witnessed somebody fall. Because in the blind world, they still have those who are, because when you're in a blind organization, you don't have to be fully blind or fully unable to see to participate. They have people who have just different vision issues. Those who are losing their vision, some light perception, so many various eye conditions you can have, and some people just prepare for the worst and ultimately learn to network with people who have the same issues. Talk about the same issues that some people that they don't have. Learn about things that are happening to their body that they weren't aware of because they lived a somewhat normal life before getting a disease, or maybe it was hereditary. Before whatever caused them to lose their vision, they're there and they're at that point, right? But they have some who just kind of, they don't really practice as if they're going to lose it fully. They're going to keep using it until it's gone. And that's who fell. We have someone who my mom is very familiar with and knows, and she just doesn't like to use a cane. She doesn't really like to present herself as blind in most occasions. I don't think I've ever seen her with a walking cane, but she can't see. And I don't know what happened. Me, my brother, my mom, we were sitting there getting ourselves together, eating lunch, and next thing you know, she's tumbling down some stairs, and all we hear is a scream. That honey rub is good. Very good. Anyway, my bra keeps showing. She falls. And still don't know what happened. Still can't really envision. Right next to us. How did she veer to the stairs? I don't know. But yeah, definitely a lawsuit, because that hotel was not in a condition for anybody. I don't care what kind of convention it was. It was not in the shape to keep people in it. Anyway, that was the incident that we witnessed, and then we overheard that there was another incident somewhere in the hotel. So definitely will be following up and sharing that. But whoo, that's what we get. You be trying to partake in things and try not to question, because you hope the organization, the integrity of an organization, will make sure that everyone will have the best accommodations. Child, the state of Louisiana and whatever it holds sucks. Whoever holds the state of Louisiana title, just run. In their title, just run. Just because Louisiana just could not prove to just try to step up people in Louisiana, the conditions of Louisiana, the evolution of Louisiana is just garbage. Anyway, I digress because I'm going way left with the conversation. Let me get this bite because it's look good. massive truck. Anyway, I'm trying to finish this before it becomes rush hour and everybody trying to get home and get their kiddos from school, get dinner. So, trying to get done for that. Anyway, so after that, we were going to stay. We did stay. After that hotel stay, we were staying with. I'm trying to get something. I'm trying to get it, and it's bothering me if I don't. We stayed with my play dad for a day or two. We stayed there ultimately for like 5 days up in Shreveport. The first 3 days were in Bossier, second to Shreveport. So we stayed with him. We enjoyed ourselves. I had me some Southern Classic chicken. The bomb. Cannot be touched. Let me get these fries. Oh, and my other ranch. The nerve. Before I turn this into a trash bag. Fries are just cold as ice. Oh, anyway. Alright, anyway. So we enjoyed him. We saw his sister. His sister is always giving just good old from the soul cooking. Like, we just look forward to seeing him and seeing her for that good old just down home cook. So we head back home because we have another trip to Jackson, Mississippi. Me and Mom got some tickets to see Kim and Babyface in Jackson, Mississippi. So this one was just me and Mom going. Give me some corn. We drove there too. Now my car is it's a lot dated, not a little dated. I have a 2006 Toyota Camry. But I'm unemployed Floyd. I can't afford to get nothing new right now. And the way the economy is set up, and in the way these car notes set up, and in the way my pocket's set up, I haven't had a car note in almost 10 years now. You think I'm in a hurry to do that? Nope. I don't need that much seasoning, but this corn is amazing. The corn is amazing. So me and Mom took a chance. We drove my car to Shreveport. She made a couple of noises here and there, but we made it. I lost a hubcap somewhere in the world. Anyway, I'm on 3 hubcaps. So she looking real helpless right now. My car looking like I've been need to upgrade. I've had my car since 2009. I'm the only person I know who had a car this long. What's wrong with me? She's so mundane. Anyway, oh, she will be upgrading real soon. She's just taking too long to get a job. But she's picky. Anyway, she being me. We get to Jackson. Getting all excited. Get to see Babyface. A new city. Again, who wants to get to a place after driving? This wasn't really a long drive for us, but it's just like, when you want to get settled, the first thing that you don't want is a nightmare in the place you're going to be living in for the next 2 or 3 days. Get to the hotel. Get checked in. We're on the 4th floor. That's about as high as that we'll go. Mama just don't like, just being too high in the building. Also, this was at the Drury Inn too. This was at the Drury Inn in Ridgeland. It's right at the county line for Jackson and Ridgeland, something like that. Anyway, I love Drury Inn. I love Spring Hill by Marriott. I think that's what it is. It's certain chains I just love. I love when the breakfast is included with your bill. Drury has lunch also. So I just love all that. If you're a nice, decent hotel, give out quality service, quality bedrooms, and then you offer lunch, drinks, and breakfast, like things like that come with your bill, love it. So it's just a go-to for me. And this is where we were at the Drury Inn, Druryn. We get there, we get checked in, we get on the 4th floor. We get to the room. The room is so far away from the elevator. We don't really like that too much, but then we found out there was another elevator halfway, so we just learned that along the way. Get to the room, there's a vent on the floor right in front of the room. Just laying there. There's a vent that's supposed to be over the light that's over our door. We had just left a Nightmare Hotel in Shreveport. Just left. So we were trying to catch the signs before. Just catch it. Before we walk in, something wrong already. We got a vent on the floor right here at the door. What else gonna fall? And it was too far away from the elevator. So we were like, let's just look for another room. So we went downstairs. We didn't even push it. We didn't even open the door. We didn't get past the vent. Go back downstairs. Got our list stuff on the dolly. Hey, there's a vent on the floor in front of our room. Can we get a different room? And preferably one closer to the elevator. We got a room close to the elevator, all right. We get in there, still on the 4th floor. We get in there, we get settled. It's time to eat. We get hungry. I don't care what kind of room I'm in. Before I detect any issues, I spray and wipe down everything. Damn. You think I got paid for something when I took that bite? Anyway. So that's what I did. Sprayed and wiped down. And I always put my stuff on tables. I cannot stand putting bags on the floor. I cannot stand putting bags on the bed. It's always going to be on the table. If there's a ottoman, it's going to be on the ottoman. If they have a little caddy where the people from room service serve your food, I'm putting it on that. It doesn't matter. I don't care how clean or how dirty. I don't care which way a hotel looking, whether it's pristine or pissy. My stuff is going on some type of surface, not the floor. So I put, I like to find stuff because, we need our counter space too. Like by the TV, I like to keep that kind of clear. And if the table with the phone and the lamp is big enough, I like to kind of use it halfway for my stuff and the other half for people that want to sit and eat at. Or either the desk chair, like the office desk chair, it doesn't matter. The bags got to go up. Don't put them on the floor or the bed. You got to go to sleep. So we went to KFC after we got checked in. I put the bags down. We came back to the room. Started eating the KFC, right? So I sat on the bed, ate my KFC, was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Went to go wash my hands. Came back to the bed. Guess what I see on the wall behind the bed? A roach. Okay, no big deal. Things happen. It's a problem though. Something about my comfort level and roaches, it's always more than one. It's always, because even with an ant, I'm like that with an ant too. You're not just going to spot one ant out of nowhere. There's always another one somewhere. But I just feel a certain way about a roach. So I killed the roach. I do. Took a picture of it. Before I can even get the body from behind the bed, I see another one on the floor in a whole different direction. And it looked like a whole different species. I said, oh no. We got roaches in here. We got roaches. So I tell my mom. She said, maybe it's a coincidence. I said, no, they got roaches in here. I didn't see another one the whole day. So I left it alone. But I was very uncomfortable. I was very much so on high alert. Went to bed. I don't know why we did not get another room at that moment. Woke up to a roach crawling alongside the bed I'm in and one on the wall. Pack the bags, go downstairs. After I took some pictures, because they had some dead ones by the microwave when I was packing up. You have roaches in their room. They upgraded us, gave us a suite. I was so roach paranoid for the next 2 days. The next day was the show concert. We got dressed and stuff like that. But, I mean, just one room don't have no roaches. Now, when we were upgraded to our suite and they gave us all of our certificates and stuff, You know, we didn't take any other bugs or any other issues. But I was so uncomfortable the whole time I was there. I'm not going to lie. And it sucks because where am I going to find somebody? You make these arrangements weeks ahead of time to avoid all that ruckus. Where am I going to find another room in time? This is a big concert with Kim and Babyface. I have a mother who's paranoid about driving too long. Like, it was worse enough we had to drive all the way to Jackson in this crazy sounding car. But now we got to find different arrangements other than the arrangements we had before getting here. And then how much more do we have to drive in? Woo! A very frantic, paranoid mom. It's not a good combination. So I just went ahead and did the upgrade. I mean, yes, you have a choice to leave or stay. Yes, you have the choice. You know, you don't have to settle for things. But I'm in a different situation. I have a mom who just doesn't like all that unnecessariness. She doesn't like unsettling. If it was me by myself, or whenever me and my ex-boyfriend, we would go places, if that would have happened to us then and there, it's easy for us to just pick up and migrate and move effortlessly. But when you have someone with a disability, my mom is also elderly, so we can't move and, you know, shuck and jive like that. We got to get settled. So we ultimately ended up staying in the upgraded room, and we went to the show. The show was good for the most part. Kim didn't perform the way I thought he would. You know how some of these artists who perform in small towns give out the small town shows. Anyway, it was a small town show. Babyface did his thing, but Kim, I saw something he did on Facebook that made me really want to see him, and I was so anxious to see him, right? But he performed something totally different when he was in the city. So I don't like that. Perform the same way that you told the world you was going to perform. Everywhere. Anyway, I would see Kim again. I saw him in New Orleans when he was sharing the stage with Donnell Jones and Monica and I think Anthony Hamilton, but I knew I wanted to see him in a show of his own so he could perform more of his hits. This hot honey rub is so good. It is very good. My nose is running. Anyway, I get back home after Jackson because I don't have a long drawn out story like I did for Shreveport, but we went to the concert and we just did the best we could with the rest of our weekend in Jackson. Wasn't too much going on. We didn't have anything planned but the show. And I was so mad at Hotels.com because I read reviews, I look at the pictures, I read the Google reviews. Like, you do your best to do the most research you can on these hotels prior to booking. I mean, roaches was nowhere near in the picture. And I think you can't hide no roach, and ain't nobody gonna lie about no roach. So maybe it could have been just the room that we were given, but I don't know. Nowhere near on the review did they mention roaches. No, I didn't read any negative comments like that. Like, you know, even with certain negative commentary, whether there's stains on the bedding or bathrooms that are dirty or like the age of a hotel. Like, I like seeing all of that, and most people don't have a reason to lie as far as the conditions of a hotel. They just don't. And they're going to share their experiences. And I have always, for the most part, since going by reviews, that's what I would run into. Like, when the beautiful pool outside, beautiful scenery, 9 times out of 10, for me, whenever I would go to these places after researching them, it was what was said. Like, but Jackson threw me for a curve. A curveball and then some. So I don't know how to feel booking from here on out through Hotels.com and just, I don't know. Because we had 2 bad hotels back to back in April, and I'm so touched. I don't know about no vacation. We spend too much money trying to map out things, getting to these places, to have issues like that. The last thing you want to see is a damn roach after being on the road. And I can't think of another time prior to this year where we've had such trash hotels, especially back to back like this. I understand we're in a pandemic, and the lack of housekeeping doesn't bother me either. You know, I love having the trash taken out and the bed made every day, but it's not mandatory. I put the trash in the hall, put whatever's dirty in the hall, you get it. Whatever. As long as you're available when I need something clean, I'm cool with that. For the sake of having a vacation, a nice little getaway, the housekeeping is not mandatory. But when you have things like roaches, bugs, disgusting bedding, I don't know. Some people really take it to the extreme and they have their own towels and they have their own sheets. They bring it with them when they're on vacation. I don't think I want to do that. What you paying for? I mean, you're going to so that you don't have to be responsible for doing that. You're going to go on vacation and remake your bed? Like, no, I'm not going to go on vacation and take off all these. I'm going to take off the comforter and lay on the sheets after I check the bed. But I'm not going to bring my whole comforter set with me on vacation and remake a bed the way I want. No, I'm on vacation. Y'all supposed to have this shit together. Anyway, because I'm going on 42 minutes. So this was all in April. May, June, July, we haven't really been doing too much. We've been extremely laid back. Doing much of nothing. Trying new recipes. I did a fast. I got me a juicer. I'm going to do something with that. I might do 7 days of juicing only. I don't know. Just trying to make stuff happen. But ultimately, I wanted to vent about things that's just going on. With the job hunt especially. The job hunt has been horrible. Mainly because I don't want anything in customer service. You can't be broke and picky, right? Well, that's what I am. Broke and picky. Anyway. But you know, I saved up for this, but between the recession and I'm going on month 9, I think, of unemployment. You know, the funds is running low. So it's about crunch time. It's time to get back to it. But I don't want to be in customer service. I kind of wanted to, I still want to be at home. It's been different reasons why I think I should be at home versus trying to go out every day and all the 9 to 5 ruckus, traffic, getting dressed, all that stuff. Because prior to leaving, you know, I was working from home. I've been working from home since November 2019, and I quit December 2021. I have been working for this company for 8 years, but I've been working from home since November 2019, and then I quit December 2021. So, yeah, my last years there was home, and I kind of want to keep it that way. I kind of want to be home for different reasons. And my mom, she's retired, and she won't be in that big lonely house by herself, you know. I don't really want that. Anything go wrong, I want to be near, you know. So, I'm making a mess. I'm coming. It's coming. Anyway, I've applied so many places. Of course, United Healthcare, Cigna. My niece got on at Unum. She's on the phone. She doesn't mind being on the phone. She's been customer service, I believe, majority of her career. So, I mean, it's just easy. It's easier to get a phone job. People want customer service reps. I don't want that, but I think I'm going to have to settle for it. I do not want to be on the phone. I don't. But, anyway, it's been 3 whole months. I've been applying like crazy. Excuse me. I actually turned down a job. Paying pretty good. Dealing with mail. But that's when I was just desperate for work before I solely made up my mind about being home. So I'm pissed off that I turned down a job. It was a good paying job to do something very simple. And I haven't had any luck ever since, and it really bothers me. It bothers me that I had the opportunity to make some money and I turned it down because I'm looking for something a little better. And it doesn't even have to be about the money right now. It doesn't matter how much money I'm making right now. I mean, I want enough to live because you gotta survive, but I'm just making it too hard on myself look like I am. Yeah, I think they got some people across from me rolling up, but that's none of my business. You know, we come into the park for whatever reasons. We have different reasons. Anyway, so let me get a bite of my food. You know what? Hold on. Because I ain't even worried about that no more. I'm worried about these people here looking at me. Get my visors down. Interviews suck. I've been applying like crazy, getting denied like crazy. I've had maybe 4 interviews total, maybe 3 or 4 interviews. One I turned down. One I haven't heard from. 2 I haven't heard from. One for sure denied me. It's the nervousness of an interview. It's that the fact that people don't really tell you what they want. Because I'm the type, if it's a good vibe in an interview and you're receptive to conversation, you're receptive to actually looking forward to hiring and meeting the people. I had one interview, the lady was just blank in the face, and then she said she wanted to wait for her other supervisor to be with her. She was just as blank in the face. They both were not on time. One was later than the other, and they both were just blank in the face saying, so we're going to do a behavior interview. You know what that is, right? Okay. So we're going to ask some questions, and you just give us a story about what happened with those things. Did you have any questions? Like, how are you? I can't get down like that. I'm already looking at you a certain way because of how you're presenting yourself up front. Like, do I really want to work for you? Do I really want to do this? I don't know. I just feel like, I understand you're dealing with strangers and you don't want people to come off as they can get over you, or you don't want to be Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Nice Girl, whatever. I get that. But at least make it to where I would even want to, be around you or work under you. So, I don't know. That's just been my process. That's what I'm going through. I'm about to start applying for customer service jobs. Because I have goals in mind. I don't want to work forever, as nobody does. But when I say I wish a career break on everybody, I know it's a recession, so much uncertainty, everything is going up. How you save up for a house, you save up for a car, you save up for college, you save up for a career break. Now I spent 49 minutes and some change talking just to say that I really wanted to talk about all the stuff I've been going through as far as how long it's taking me to get a job that I want, and just the whole process. Interviewing is exhausting. But back to I'm gonna make 2 points because I got 2 things. The first point, let me finish the career break thing. I'll tell anybody, save up for a career break. You save up for so much more, vacations, whatever. Save up so where you can take you some time. 2 to 3 months. You're gonna love it. You're moving on your own time. You're not worried about being on nobody's clock. You get to do whatever you want with your day. You get to do stuff you've been putting on the back burner. You get to think of things and plan things that you just never thought of because you're always considering work. Now, I don't have any children, so it's a little easier. But I think anybody can do it. You know, you can consider so much. You just have an extra person to consider, or extra people to consider. Even if it's during a summer break. Like when your kids are out, you're out. When they're out and y'all planning vacation, plan a career break. Make your career break May, June, July. However it goes, I just advise everybody to just step away from the clock. I wish everybody hit the lottery too, but I don't know. I wish so much for so many people, including myself, for sure. But I'm so glad I took it. I'm ready to take more. And that's that for that. I'm going to just say that. The second point I wanted to make was how the interview process just sucks. Like, as far as me as an individual, I don't socialize with anybody. I'm a loner to the T, to the core, to the essence of the meaning loner. There is no brunch, there is no get-togethers, there is no gatherings, there is no friend like a phone or anything. If I socialize, it's at the gym, if I'm waiting in line to check out, or if I'm talking to myself. Oh, I think something bit me. I don't know. I'm itching. I don't socialize, I don't interact, I don't have friends. So the interview process is hard because I'm so introverted. I'm such a caged person. I don't know how to express myself in certain ways, and I know how to have a conversation, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to just get into a storytelling mode when it comes to them wanting to know certain things about what you've experienced in the work world, things like that. So it's so difficult for me in interviews. It's so difficult. It's not even nerves. I don't get nervous because of me. I get nervous about what to expect, what they want. But it's not necessarily me being nervous. It's me being, I don't know, me being nervous about the process, I guess. About the process versus me. This ranch is good. This ranch is very good. Anyway. I'm about to wrap up this conversation. I'm going about my business, but it's a little update, and I will post this to my YouTube. My brother found my YouTube, Hi Ty. He has his thing going on with his books, and he's just venturing out on social media and just trying different things with his life, as everyone should. Take time to pursue what you want. I don't care. 9 to 5 is going to always be there. I don't care how long it takes me to do it. It's still me on my time. I might feel a little down every now and again. Look at this big old duck. But it's still me moving on my time. So I'm still going to enjoy while I have it. But there's going to always be a moment in time where I'm going to continue to make more adjustments to make more time for me and to do what I want to do. And I wish that for everybody. So it's an update. I'm going to try and get back on here sooner. Look at me 3 months later saying that. And I still want to bring my mom on to talk. We're going to do that soon. I'm going to get to it. Right now I'm in the middle of a job hunt. Trying not to let that get to me. Like the outcomes of that. And the process of that. I'm trying not to let that be a damper on things. But that's just like a little update on what's been going on. I haven't had a lot going on to talk about. That's why it's been so long. I have a 33rd birthday in November this year. I need to be trying to consider, but I'm a little bit about it. I just don't feel like I am where I want to be. And I expected so much more. I'm taking a year off. I'm doing my thing. Oh, that's my mama calling. Let me call her back. But I just feel like I didn't accomplish as much as I wanted to this time I've been off. But I have. There's no regrets. I have done some things, but I haven't done everything I kind of wanted to do. So I'm still working on that. And I'm about to put the seatbelt on, wrap up this video, try and come back with some more details and contents. And I'm going on 55 minutes. This is a long video, but I'll see y'all next time.